Okay, I hope, we are live on Facebook and that other site, Twitch. I was afraid, I'm like, can I say this? Will Facebook ban us immediately? If we admit to multi-streaming?
We're live on Facebook, I just got the notification. Okay.
Yay.
Okay, so we're good to go.
We are good to go.
Go ahead, do your intro.
Who, me?
Yeah.
You're the DM.
You did the intro last time. Let's consistency.
Okay, hi everybody, this is Presto.
Corpora Nosaj.
And welcome back to the Threads Between, a D&D adventure brought to you by the Nintendads. There, you happy? You satisfied?
Quality. So, everyone, I'm Corpora Nosaj. I'm the DM for this evening, running the show. Presto, obviously our co-host, is going to be tortured by me, and there's the notification for Twitch, so we're good on Twitch.
I am the one who knocks Dungeon Man.
He's the one who runs like chicken from every fight. It's a different kind of running the show.
So Presto and a good group of friends of ours, Jeremey, who's below me. I don't know what order I am on your screen, but Jeremey is below me.
Yes, he is below you.
Lady Sage
I am not below you.
All of these people are beneath the mighty Dexo.
They're on that. They're to your right. To your right.
Your other right.
It's backwards on my screen. And then Verneke.
Because you're in Florida, it's backwards.
Yes. And Verneke down over here, and I assume Presto that means that you're over here.
Yes,
and then
you
right
did
here
it.
would be the map.
It's not the map. Yeah, it's just dice right now.
Well, yes. So.
If you could bring up
Yes.
the Facebook chat, because Streamlabs is yet again not doing the thing where it works. Oh, actually,
NickYeti again is not here.
Yes, so everybody will notice that Yeti is not here. Yeti is being a father, as fathers do, and taking care of kids and family. So he will join us a little bit later. Oh no, I got the sound. Hold on. There we go. Sup guys, hi Steven, welcome. I have the Facebook up.
oh yay, good, because I can't see it.
I apologize to everybody who is commenting on Facebook, because it's going to be a lot of back and forth with me trying to balance these multiple screens, but we'll make it work.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
Jeremy's thing just came up on the stream screen.
Oh yeah, hey yo. Okay. So, Presto is playing the Warlock. Diox.
That's me.
Jeremey, below me here, is playing Monk, India. Lady Sage is going to be playing her Ranger, Vittoria. Captain Ascension is going to be playing his Cleric, and I'm going to butcher your name every single time, Therkolm. Verneke is playing his Ranger, Dexo, which we will confuse Dexo and Diox a lot. I apologize.
We're so not the same person.
I don't. No apology.
I'll call him Dick.
And NickYeti, who was in our first episode, like I said, should be in later this evening. He's running a little late, but his rogue is the sexy assassin, and his name is Slick. So, as the original story started off, you, the viewer at home, has been brought into a tavern where a chicken is telling you a story. Let me go get the chicken.
Does anybody else suddenly feel like really hungry? I really hope this chicken's gonna give us a recap, because I don't remember things.
Hello!
I could go for some fried chicken.
Right?
My name is Chicken Meat! Welcome! Welcome! Come, sit down! It's time to tell you the story of Threads Between!
I'm the band of heroes who gave me my name, Chicken Meat the Bard. Welcome, come in, and let's recap where our heroes last were. And I am not going to do that all night. That would kill me.
Somebody in the chat is, oh my god. No, you've got chicken accessories?
Yes!
Chicken paraphernalia?
To make my life easier.
Oh my god.
So, for those of you who were not a part of the first episode, we will recap. Our 6 random adventurers out seeking their own individual fortune and glory when they found themselves mysteriously and magically pulled through time and space to a strange and sudden world. Their souls were ripped from their bodies and placed into empty corpses. 6 seemingly random strangers who had no idea of who each other were. Each one of these strangers were previously dead by their own means, as each member of our misfit crew slowly wanders and discovers each other around the island of threads. In their meandering, we learned that they were on the island at the Shipperton town. Shipperton is the town which you all were discovered in. You all found each other in. The local tavern, the Red Herring, owned by the Black Carl, is fearful of people who are trying to buy his tavern, and he informs Therkolm and Yeti that the king has been killed in this land, and ever since then the goblins have taken over. There is a bard, that's me, and I'm in the tavern, and I am just there for comedy, really. But you can talk to me. Come find me at the Red Herring. From various notes found in your pockets among the bodies that you now inhabited, there is Presto, who inhabited the king's son, who was trying to leave the island and find help before he was murdered. Therkolm discovered that he was a prison guard who was there trying to help a hired gun and assassin, a female fox, who was obtained by Jeremey here, India. The goblin prison guard who was keeping them captive was murdered and killed, and Dexo occupied his body. And later, Vittoria was found inside the belly of a gator, where she was cut loose and pulled from the throat after murdering him. As the party members have traveled around the streets of Threads, they have inadvertently found some strange things. People defecating in the street, as well as a bunch of other murderous tasks and assassins. India was distracted by something that gave her deja vu and blacked out through a period of time. And later, Therkolm also distracted when he was in the church. The local church in town, who used to practice the moral path of the Celestials, has now turned to the dark side, and don't know why. NickYeti, our party member who is missing, skinned a royal lion's fur and kept his pelt for his own. And the party decided to follow the instructions of a disembodied voice and head to the graveyard, where a large chicken played his music, summoning the spirit of the recently dead witch. The witch, who informed you all that she summoned each of your spirits here through a spell that she cast just before she died. She informed you all that her murder was out of spite because she was trying to protect the children of this town. And that was the last thread you had. As her spirit disappears, a lizard who is a companion of the deceased witch, the lizard wizard, gives you all Soul Anchor Ale, a special brew that brought your bodies back to your souls. You now all have your powers and abilities, and there is a slight chance that Soul Anchor Ale is too strong, and your powers and abilities may be a little overpowered for a little while. He informs you that the witch was trying to save the children in town, and that is why she was murdered. He implored you to inspect the cottage further north before you go any further. At this point, it's late in the evening. You guys arrived in the morning, and through your happenings around town, it is now like late afternoon, around 5 o'clock. Let's pull this up. You guys are at the church. And here we all are. And the soundboard. I gotta get everything up and running.
Alright, off the bat, I am suspicious because witch usually only save children to eat them.
So, you guys were initially trying to make your way up the cottage, and the lizard, after speaking to you at the gravesite, moved on. And he told you to go to the cottage, which is further to the north, while he paid his last respects. And he said he would meet you there. Where's now? Okay, so this is where you all were.
So we're back in our bodies, like we're
You're
just
back in
like
your
freshly
bodies.
back in our bodies.
Yeah, you, in the last episode, we came pretty close to the ending where you drank the Soul Anchor Ale and gained powers of your abilities again, and you blew up the gravestone that was next to you using your Eldritch Blast.
Okay, I just wanted to figure out if I had to do that again, or if I did that already.
You have your abilities. So, Vittoria, the ghost, spoke to you and spoke to Diox, and then later spoke to the party at large, explaining why you were all there, and asked you all to honor her deep friendship. You guys are a lot younger of an age in which she is. She accidentally brought younger versions of you to this world instead of the aged, deep, long-lasting friends that she knew you all as. So because you're all younger, she has aspects of your future that you don't know yet. And you're here, brought to this land to discover what's going on. So, what do you guys want to do?
I'm going to pat my body down and make sure that I'm me.
Okay.
And I am me, and I have all my stuff.
Yep.
All right, I'm
Your
going
body has been
to.
brought back. You drank the Soul Anchor Ale and burst into flames. Your fake self melted and burned away, and you have been brought to the Isle of Threads.
And we're still in the graveyard.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm still deciding who I trust more or less. The walking, talking corpse, or the walking, talking corpse that transmorgified after bursting into flames.
So Dexo has a deep distrust for Diox.
I am going to immediately go into my bag and pull out. Hold on, I need to get the precise name here. I'm going to pull out my bottle of Boundless Coffee. And I'm going to just get right up under there, and you just see a stream of delicious ice-cold coffee. I'm like gargling it. I rub a little on my face. Oh my god! If I ever have to go that long without coffee again,
we should
I
camp for the
will
night.
kill all of you
And,
out of spite.
head to
Does
the cabin.
anybody want coffee? You're gonna have to touch it with your mouth, but you can have some if you want. What about you, little man? You looking kind of sleepy. You want some coffee?
Well, since he's
I'll
had
have coffee. I'll make you
he
some
can-
cornbread to go with it.
he can take first watch.
So the last we were here, you guys discussed about going up to the cottage. Like I said, it's around 5 o'clock. It's not yet dusk or nightfall, but it's up to you guys what you want to do. So,
I mean, I just had like 15 ounces of liquid nap time, so I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Let's go. I'm ready if you guys want to go. Otherwise, you guys can go for a nap, and I'll go back to the bar and find Slick.
Yeah,
I'm good to go to the cottage.
yeah. I don't want to camp in a graveyard, so we got to go somewhere.
But they're so quiet at night.
Therkolm,
Diox, it's concerning to me that out of everybody, only you are wearing a mask. Why do you shield yourself?
Cause it's
You know the best part about the necrophilia, right? You're not gonna have any neighbors complaining about you being too loud.
oh my god. It's fashion, Mr. Monk Wizard Man. I don't know if they teach that in the like monk holy school or whatever, but yeah, it's just fashion. It doesn't mean anything. And I pull down my scarf and I go, yeah, make sure there's nothing hiding. Can you see?
Definitely keep the mask on.
Am I
Yeah,
cleared of suspicion? Anybody else want to take a shot at me for being weird because I came out of a dead guy? We all came out of dead people. Get over it.
Yeah, just keep the mask on and we're good.
I pull my mask back up and take one more little sip of coffee before I put it back. So, away we go. I look around. Nobody says anything. Okie
Right behind
dokie!
you.
And I start like...
Let's go.
I mean, the problem is now I'm back in a gnome body, so when you looked around, you probably looked right over me. It doesn't work.
I look around and I like exaggeratedly like search. Where's the voice coming from? And then I look down and I go, oh, there you are, my little friend.
so we're leaving.
I
You're
am.
leaving.
It's either the cottage or the bar.
Okay.
Oh, look at us go on the map.
Is that a rock?
No, that's a cloud that was supposed to be covering the gargoyle that was there.
Huh.
So as you guys make it to the north side of the graveyard, you're making your way back to the path and you're heading north. You approach a rambling stream and an old wooden creaky bridge.
Why are
As-
we going north? The bar is south.
The bar is south, but the cottage is north.
Yeah, I already said I don't trust the witch. I vote we get a nice drink and sleep at the inn, or the bar. I'll crash at the bar. That works. It's got a fire.
Are you afraid of the dark? I will keep you safe.
No, I know engineering. That bridge is not safe. I don't feel like swimming this late.
As you approach the bridge with clear fear amongst your party, a weird, deformed goblin kind of crawls out from underneath the side of the bridge
Ew.
and says, "Oh, hi! You choose to pass a riddle you must solve."
No, not again.
Sure. What do you got?
What has a head and a tail, but no body?
It's about to be
Coin.
you.
About to be you. Yes, a coin it is! You shall pass! You shall pass! Welcome, friends! And like that, the goblin disappears into a fog.
Okay.
I speak goblin. That was no goblin. Friggin' bridge toll troll.
Okay, so as you approach, you see the front door to a old stone-based cottage with a wood frame. The edges of it sits on the edge of a farmland and a forest. Smoke is slowly billowing out through the chimney, but you don't hear anything inside. There is a handwritten note that's nailed to the sign of the side of the front door.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I haven't had anything to eat since that crocodile jerky, so that looks like some tasty veggies in the garden. I'm gonna hop the fence.
Kenny,
Okay.
are you really gonna hop the fence, or are you gonna like go through the bars?
Yeah, I'll do a dexterity roll to hop the fence.
Okay, let's give me your dexterity roll.
Please fail.
Is it not working?
He'll never
Oh,
live
there
it
it goes.
down.
I got a 12.
How tall are you?
I like 4 or 5.
Okay. All right, you make it into the radish and cabbage garden, and you're having a grand old time.
Cool.
I wanna see what the note is about.
Okay.
As Diox starts walking towards the door, I throw a radish at the back of his head.
Can I make a dexterity saving throw to catch it?
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Skills. Where's dexterity? This is
30
raw.
seconds,
This is
he
raw
loses-
dexterity.
Every 30 seconds, he loses a point off the dexterity roll.
13.
Diox, I need you to throw an attack roll so I know what number that he's competing against.
Dexo. Dexo rolls you.
Dexo, roll an attack roll,
Just
yeah.
a D20?
Sorry. Yeah.
10.
Okay, so he's able to detect and catch.
Enjoy your radish.
Okay, so Diox, you've approached the door, and on the door there's a giant nail holding in a parchment that reads, Public Notice. Recently deceased. Home repossessed by town. Home bid has been accepted. Home was purchased by Headmaster Madame Dracuna. Private property. Do not enter. Underneath that is another note. Very poorly tacked in, and it's written in handwritten, like not a public or formal typing. Attention workers, the door must be enchanted or something. I don't know. I can't seem to open it. I think this house is unstable. Front door appears to be locked, and I suggest you avoid the back door. It talks to me? I don't know. I left to go get the blacksmith to see if he could make a key for the front door. Do not occupy. All belongings must be cleared out and are being sold back to the town, local shops, and library. Madam.
Okay. I look. So the front door is locked, or it has an enchantment on it?
She doesn't know. The note says she's not aware, but she can't get through.
I try to open the front door.
Okay. You reach over, you grab the handle, and it seems to be jammed. The door handle will not turn.
I
I would like
slam
to touch
into
it
it.
and mend it.
What did you say, Therkolm?
I would like to touch it and mend it.
Mend? You're gonna mend
Yes,
the door.
I have mending as a utility touch.
Interesting. Okay, go ahead.
Touch.
It's a utility
Did it.
touch. It's not a spell cast or anything or an attack.
Nope,
It's just
a utility touch. I touch things and they mend.
okay. It's a basic lock, so it's not a super hard thing to acquire. So you put your hand on it, you cast mending, you can sense the power and the energy leave your hand and connects to the door, and you hear a clunk.
I look
Okay,
at his
got it.
hand and I
I
go,
very casually open and push it, and while I look at Diox, I'm like, idiot.
Does that work? Does that hands thing work on people too, or just stuff?
So you
Why, are
push
you trying to fix your ugly face?
you push on the door, but unfortunately the door is still, there's something behind the door that's pushed, that the door is now unlocked. You can move the handle, but there's something behind the door that's preventing it from swinging open.
Oh,
Calling it now,
so
another dead
easy
body.
to open doors, huh?
I mean,
What would you do?
there's a window to the side of the door here. I can look in and jump in.
Your tiny self is going to jump up the
Wait,
4-foot block.
do you want me to throw you in? That might be advantageous if you enter with some velocity.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes! I take Dexo, I hold him by the collar and by like the rim of his pants, and I do a full rotation in a circle before I throw him through the window.
I need an acrobatics check.
From who?
From you. First.
Who's
for
you?
throwing.
Oh, me?
Yeah, for throwing first.
Okay, acrobatics.
Yes.
He's the one that needs acrobatics.
You'll have to do an acrobatics check as well. But we first need to see if you even are able to throw him.
He's so
that'd be
tiny, he's so
athletics.
small. I just drank so much coffee. I'm feeling so strong.
You could do an athletics check versus an acrobatics check. That's fine.
I mean, I'd rather do an acrobatics check. It's athletics.
Can I do a survival roll?
Yeah. Okay, so wait, do you, would it be strength? Oh, well, strength is athletics. I don't know. What do you want me to roll? The acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics. Do an athletics.
All right. I hit it, but nothing is happening. It's just a D20,
Hey,
right?
Brian.
And then my modifier.
Welcome. Thank you. Yes, the campaign's going well. Sorry, I didn't see the chat. What'd you say, Presto?
My Beyond D&D thing wasn't working, so I was gonna pull out my regular dice, but I rolled a 4, and I have -1 strength, so it's 3. Well, I wouldn't be laughing if I was you, my friend.
Well, you didn't even get me off the ground, so I'm laughing.
Am I like dragging him through the dirt?
Yeah, so Presto, you've grabbed Diox and you're trying to do this spin, and you're able to move him because of how small he is, but when you go to finally like get oomph, you do not have the ability to get him high enough off the ground, so you're just dragging his face against the dirt, and he just stumbles and rolls, hitting against the sidewall.
I'm
my-
a rock gnome.
oh my-
kind of dense.
You're so
Heavier than I
dense!
look.
What do you eat?
Radishes.
Jeez. You're like a little paperweight.
India, Victoria, or
Vittoria.
Therkolm. Anybody
Vittoria.
want to listen to the chat?
I'll try and jump up to the window.
Okay.
Acrobatics.
Yep.
13.
Okay, so you want to jump up to the window.
Yep.
All right. You are able to jump up to the window. Give me a strength check just for pulling up through the window.
Strength saving throw. Ugh, 6.
You're a lot taller than Dexo, and the window is not that tall. So you will be able to get up into the window. Which is cabin. There is your witch's cabin. It's beautiful. It's very, very awesome. Beautiful.
Throw me up. Or I've got we've got a rope too, don't we?
Slick had the rope, and he tied a knife to it.
Right.
I don't have a rope, but here's a radish to catch.
All right, so hidden places. So you have been climbed yourself up, and you get inside. You tumble onto the floor, And as you look around, you realize you've been tossed into the main greeting room slash kitchen or slash dining room of this cottage. You're standing there and you look around and you realize that there is a rod, an immovable rod that has been placed in front of the door. Immovable rod being a magical item that cannot be moved unless it has been deselected by a button that's on the rod.
Okay.
So what do you want to do? You're in the room and you see the rod is blocking the door.
Well, I don't have detect magic of any kind, so I'm not going to touch that rod quite yet. I'm not stupid.
Okay.
Just look for snacks before I come inside. That's my recommendation.
I'm gonna look for something that I can throw down to these guys so they can make their way up here.
I mean, there's a bunch of boxes and carts and stuff that's in the room.
Okay.
So you want to like throw some stuff outside and make a stairway that they can climb into the window with?
No, I don't want to put that much effort into it. I was more looking for like tablecloths.
Okay, sure. You make a rope. You do a perception check for me just to make sure that you can see what's in the room.
Well, I've got a passive perception of 11.
Okay, you have looked around the room. You didn't find a tablecloth, but you did find a table runner, like a coffee table runner, and a rug.
Okay. Well, I'll pull on the table runner to see if it's actually strong enough.
Okay, you give
I'll
the
look
table
down at
runner a
Presto.
good. You give the
Please do
table
a
runner
strength roll
the
and see if
rug.
he accidentally tears it in half after drinking that body to soul anchor.
You tug on the rug. It is definitely a hand woven sturdy table runner, so you can use it if you want.
Okay.
Oh,
Perfect.
darn.
So you're gonna toss it out the window.
I'll tie it and toss it.
Okay. So the group of you are standing just outside as India has thrown what looks to be like a table runner outside the window for you all to grab.
I'm gonna stay outside. I don't like heights.
Okay.
There's snacks inside.
Maybe.
I'll grab
Kitchen
the
up here, come on.
I'll grab the thing and climb in.
All right, I'm gonna do a perception roll. If I smell snacks, maybe.
Okay.
All right,
So,
21. Yeah, I'll go in.
all right. So, Diox, you climb over the top of Dexo because you didn't care to wait. You smelled that there was a cooked food inside, and you literally climbed over and went inside. Diox, you obviously were pissed by him, but you went in just behind him. And you're inside.
he's so
Victoria and
dense.
Therkolm, are you going in as well?
Yes. I'm
Okay.
going in. I think that I'm gonna say that he's gonna go in as well.
Okay. Now that the entire party is inside the house,
Oh,
does
no.
anybody want to look at the door or look at around the room? What are we doing?
I'll
We've
roll.
got a paladin here that can actually do detect magic and use magic device.
Is that Therkolm?
Yep.
He's a cleric.
Oh, same thing. Well,
Okay.
it's a class feature.
Well, while he's deciding what he wants to do, I'll roll for perception, investigation.
Okay. Investigation.
Investigate it. I got 16.
Okay. Standing inside the room, you're able to look at the front door. You're able to see that the front door does in fact have the immovable rod placed against the door jamb, which is blocking it in. The door itself looks like somebody has previously been trying to force their way through, and whoever was on the inside, in a last-ditch effort, put the immovable rod in front of the door in order to keep themselves safe inside. Looking around the room, I gotta skip all this other stuff because you didn't go to the back door. Hold on. It's a very worn, rustic cabin. You sense that there is a draft in the room because there are no windows around the house, as you can see. It's just wood framed. On the opposite side of the room that you're standing in is the kitchen. You can smell that there is some bread and some cooked eggs and bacon that's in the room. There are harmless mushroom spores that are floating about in the room like dust, and you can tell that some of the wood has mushrooms that are sprouting on it. This place has not been well kept, and Earth is starting to take it back. Knowing that this was the cottage of a druid, you're not sure if this is the Earth actually taking it back or just her aesthetic of her home. The place looks like it's severely disheveled and, in fact, looks very overturned and possibly ransacked.
Seems like a druidish house, though.
So this was the witch's house, right?
Correct. You were told that this was the witch's cottage.
Is there anything around, like any books that might be like journals or letters or anything like that?
The player model that I have is a little large versus the size of the room, but right now you are all in this space.
Okay, I'll go back more into the house to try to find anything that's like letters, anything that would help me find out what the crazy old lady was talking about.
The assumption is that you're all in this room. Okay, so you want to move through the house.
Yeah.
Okay. As you walk through the hallway, you notice that there are several pictures that are hanging on the wall. The first picture that stands out to you, most striking, because you notice a familiar face. A picture hanging on the wall, what looks to be you and another woman. In the image, you are much older than what you are today, but it is clearly you. Next to this picture, you notice that there are two other pictures of other individuals. You immediately recognize Slick, who you had seen earlier at the graveyard, and it's in this moment that you realize that Slick is not with you.
Oh shit, where is that guy?
You're muted.
Am I? Hello? Test?
There you are.
Oh. Okay. Where can I see where? Oh, fuck. Is that guy in the picture in the back that I don't recognize, that is kind of like an animal? Is that the lion by any chance?
So the third picture hanging on the wall, you recognize immediately Dexo, and you recognize Vittoria. You do not recognize the woman in the shot next to Dexo. The lion that's in the image, while has very strong similarities to a lion you think you just saw, you can tell that this lion has earrings. It is much younger than the lion that Slick just skinned, and you rolled a very high investigation and history check when you were in the church So, because I watched the episode again today, so I remember. You rolled a very high investigation and history check in the church, so you immediately recognize the markings that are on this lion in this picture are not the same markings. Similar, different color, and it looks more vibrant and younger.
Okay. The picture
It's a
with
good thing Slick Nick is not here. Otherwise, he'd have 2 pelts. Just from the picture.
He'd cut the other one out.
is the picture with me and the woman. Can I discern whether the woman in the picture is the witch, like a younger version of the witch?
So, you have a high enough wisdom that I'm going to say you're in the druid's house, and there are several pictures of a single woman who you do not recognize. You make the assumption that that's probably her. You don't know for an absolute fact.
Okay. Where do I recognize where we are in the picture? Is it in the cottage?
No, it's not in the cottage. It's a place that you have not seen before.
Okay. Interesting.
For context, they're actually on the ground and like stoned or drunk.
It looks like he's helping her with her leg and she like hurt it or something. He's like, oh, let me take a look at that. Maybe if I put my cigarette out on your foot, it'll heal you.
I'll give you a hint. That's not her leg.
Okay. Well,
That's her knee.
I'll keep on rummaging through. I don't want to hog the spotlight if anybody else.
Is it
wants
anybody
to do
else
something.
that you're cut out for, or is it just me?
Completely cut out.
Oh, am I cut out? Hello?
Yeah, you're cutting in and out every once in a while.
It's probably my
Heard
phone.
like the first word of that.
You moved around and all of a sudden you just went blump.
There. Is that better?
Yes. I don't know if your gate is set so high or
No, I think the sound canceling was being a little aggressive because I had the fan on.
fan on. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I'll keep wandering back through the house, but I don't wanna hog all the actions if anybody else wants to.
So
check things out.
while Presto is meandering around looking at these pictures, what is it everybody else doing? Therkolm, if you heard, you guys went in through the window. There is a magical, immovable rod blocking the door, which is why you couldn't open it.
Okay. Have we removed that door? Or rod?
No, nobody has done anything with it.
Okay.
Do we need to move it?
Most of us probably can't because it's magical, but
Right. But do we,
Therkolm.
is there any desire of anybody to try and move it at all?
I mean, I'd rather not jump out the window again or go through the window.
Do we
like...
want to move it, or do we want to keep it locked
There's also
to
a back
everyone
door.
besides us?
Oh, yeah, that's probably a good idea. Nobody coming in and surprising us while we're snooping around.
And there's a back door out.
Is there a way to see if there's an allegiance, if you will, of the rod? If it will only listen to one person, or...
Because you are a cleric, you have the ability to detect magic.
Right.
But if you want to go ahead and detect magic on it and see what happens.
Yeah, sure. Let's detect away.
Okay, do you need a roll for that, or is it just a passive thing?
Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
It's just a pass-up thing. He can just you can see
Yeah, I
it.
should just be able to just see it.
Okay. I only ask because if you roll a 1, I want to be able to give you resistance. But if it's not a rollable thing, then I don't care. This is a flat iron rod that has a button on one end. You can use the button to cause the rod to magically be fixed in place. Besides that, the rod itself is not magical. Until you or another creature uses an action to push the button, the rod will continuously stay, even defying gravity.
lightsaber?
Useful tool.
The rod can hold up
describe
to
any
8,000 pounds of weight.
Oh my god. That's cool.
So we could pin Slick to someone's backpack and he wouldn't be able to leave.
So what are we doing?
Pressing the button.
Who is?
Who said that?
Person who docked, I assume.
I guess I will.
Okay. Alright, so you push the button. The rod becomes free. It was stiff, you push the button, and all of a sudden it just freehand. You're now holding on to the immovable rod.
And it goes in my pocket.
Alright. You can go ahead and add it to your inventory on D&D Beyond if you wish. Or I can do it to you later. Okay, so what is everybody else doing?
Well, I know Dexo is going right for the snacks.
What do you mean? That happened 5 minutes ago. I did wander into the back room. I wanted to see what else there was.
Okay, so you're in the kitchen, and I had described that there was bread, eggs, and some bacon, as well as some meat that is just drying.
I mean, I'm not selfish. I started making dinner for everyone.
Okay. All right. So Dexo's in the kitchen, going to town, taking good use of the druid's cabin.
As
Anybody else
I'm
wanna look around?
as I'm looking around, I see the little mushrooms and I take one and lick it to see what it tastes like.
Okay. It tastes earthy.
Earthy, okay.
Here. Added.
While Dex is making dinner, I use create water and just fill a trough of water for everybody so that they can replenish and drink.
I
Okay.
love Cleric.
All right. So you all have access to water. And
I
Dexo's
had a
making
level
dinner.
20 Cleric Paladin, by the way.
Do you?
Always.
Yes.
I want to take those pictures off the wall and see if I can look behind them, see if there's any writing on them.
Okay.
Something to that effect.
So, let me pull the pictures back up because I didn't think anybody would. This picture in particular, on the back, it says, "Happy birthday. We all love you. We wish another millennia of good health."
Millennia.
Anya?
Yes.
Unnaturally long life.
Okay.
Think of how many birthday parties that person has had.
Think of their tolerance to the booze in the area.
So, you guys are just naturally kind of walking around, meandering through this cottage, trying to figure out what's going on. You notice that there are some bookshelves that are mostly empty. Papers are thrown all about. The place has clearly been turned over prior to the front door being boarded up. Something about this place definitely feels ransacked. The kitchen is filled with plates and dishes. There are some flies that are around the basin sink, but besides that, the kitchen's in good, healthy order. The food is not old or molded. There is still fire coming out of the pit in the dining room, and the place still has warmth. Several rooms throughout the house are closed, and there is a small fire cauldron in the center next to a rocking chair. Next to the rocking chair is a small wooden table with some books and papers on it.
Ooh, I'm gonna look around because I'm assuming that if the kitchen is still fresh, the food is still fresh, and there's like warmth and heat, that somebody is living here, and it's not the witch because she dead. So I'm just gonna kind of like look around, like suspiciously, like as if I'm gonna see the person that's living there, but obviously they're not there. Just kind of like okay, somebody might be coming home soon, and I want to look at the papers and the books on the table.
Is it just me, or does every one of his words cut out?
Yeah, it's every other word.
No, why is this happening to me?
It's your fan. It's
I
like
turned the
an
fan off. I
internet
turned the
fan.
fan off.
Oh.
Are you in your Discord voice and audio settings? Do you have crisp and noise suppression?
I don't
Or
think so.
noise?
Is that better? I just turned the
Yeah.
gain up.
Yeah, you sound louder and you sound more clear this time.
Okay.
So what did you say? Try again.
I said I kind of look around because I'm realizing if the food is not old, and oh no, am I cutting out again?
Yeah.
Dag nabbit.
I said.
I said. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'll get really, really close to the mic. I said I look around and I see if the food is not old and there's still like warmth and there's like things that are heated up and stuff, that there's somebody that's probably living here. Oh my goodness. Did I cut out again?
I have while you figure that out, I have discerned that I think he's trying to say he wants to investigate around the room to see if there is anybody else there, considering that the place is warm and the food is fresh. Go ahead and do an investigation check, if you don't mind. Somebody that can do it. Doesn't necessarily have to be him, since he's obviously looking around and trying to fix things.
I can do it.
Automatically
Okay.
determine.
I have a passive investigation of 11.
Okay.
Okay, I think I fixed it. Can you guys hear me clearly?
I just
Yes.
rolled 15.
You rolled a what?
15.
Okay. The threshold here was 11, so her passive kind of hit it.
Right.
15 gives you a little bit more. The rocking chair is a very weird looking rocking chair. It is made or carved directly from a solid trunk. Looking around the room, you can tell that the fire that is underneath the cauldron is still smoldering and hot, but is not an active flame. There's still warmth coming from it, but it is not currently active. There are 2 bedrooms, and underneath the third, or the last bedroom, the second bedroom, you notice a light green light coming from underneath the door. Besides that, you don't notice anything of concern. The back door appears to be closed. Doesn't appear to be damaged in any way the way the front door was. You don't hear anything throughout the rest of the cottage other than the sound of the crackling fire and Dexo in the other room chefing away.
I'm going to use Sleight of Hand to open that door very quietly.
Which door?
The one with the green light coming from underneath it.
Okay. Scroll past
14.
past the side table, past the cauldron, past the bookshelf to the bedroom. Okay. You said you rolled a 14. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You've rolled a high enough that there is no sound. The door just kind of swings open gently.
Looking in very carefully as the door is opening.
As you look in, you notice that there are no windows in this particular room. It's very dim. There is a large bed in the corner. The bed is very worn. It's a feather mattress, and you can see some of the feather tufts coming through the mattress itself. There are cast iron shackles on each of the corners of the bedposts. The opposite of the bedroom is a massive wardrobe where the green light is emanating from.
No, kind of flag everybody over.
Okay.
Yeah, I walk in the room. I see the iron shackles on the bed, and I go, kinky. Too bad Slick's not here. He'd appreciate that one.
Okay, everybody's in the room. What are we doing?
I'm at full intense perception here. I'm gonna make a roll and see if I notice anything else.
Go ahead.
So I have natural perception. Where is it? +4, so 24.
Whew, okay. You are a ranger. You and Vittoria have keen sense to wildlife and environments and your surroundings of the outdoors. Because of how high you rolled, coming from the wardrobe, you sense and can tell that there is some type of creature or creatures. You can hear coming from inside, but it's very faint, very small. It's almost unperceivable because of how high you rolled and how good of a skill you've got. You've picked it up.
Diox, your stomach is making noise, but there's something in that closet. What is it? What do everybody want to do? Are we gonna use the immovable rod to shut it in the closet, or are we gonna open the closet?
I mean, it's glowing. I can't ignore shiny objects.
The closet's glowing? I missed that.
Yeah, glowing. There's a green glow coming from inside of it.
Oh, jeez.
We could open it.
Okay. We opening it?
We can't not
Who
open
goes
it.
first? Who has the gun?
I have a
I
gun.
have a gun.
Okay, which one of you will actually shoot a gun?
It's not India because last time I plucked it from her pocket and killed Steve Irwin.
And then you
the
give it back
alligator.
to me.
Yeah, it's a considered thing to do.
I don't use it, you can have it.
I don't want it. No.
Alright, well, neither of them want it. I'll go. I have mine and want it.
Okay.
You can have it. You can have both of them.
I'll take it.
All right. That's erases an entire page of dialogue later on. Okay. So, hold on. Oh, it's in a different document. Give me a second.
Hold on, I'm gonna go use the little warlock's room.
Yeah, while he's doing that, we can all eat dinner. What do you say, 5 minutes?
Absolutely.
Okay. So
He needs
the
some
lot of
eldritch
you.
relief.
We want to make sure we're ready for what's in that closet.
So
No
a lot of
adventure.
you are eating some eggs and bacon and some dried jerky and drinking some water provided graciously by Therkolm, chewing away. While you are all sitting around the table that's over here in the main dining room, I wonder... Go away. Go. Come on. Go away. Oh, it can't? Why can't it? Come on.
What happened? Who did Therkolm shoot?
No one yet.
We're just eating.
Yeah, you're all sitting around the table and you're eating.
We looked at the
Unless
closet and we
you're
were like,
shooting,
yeah, we'll get there.
shooting your eggs.
Hold on.
Hate to shoot closet corridors on an empty stomach.
That's right.
What? So wait, what did Dexo whip up for us?
Bacon and eggs.
And
It is
some dried jerky.
Not bad, small man. It's not breakfast. It's clearly evening, but it's not bad. Kind of tasty.
Who doesn't like breakfast for dinner?
Breakfast for dinner.
I
mean,
have.
maybe rock gnomes are nocturnal. You never know.
Do they have a soul?
Okay, so the whole lot of you is sitting around the table, and you guys eat. You enjoy yourself, things are good. You are sitting in the room just adjacent to the rocking chair, the cauldron, the side table, and the bookshelf. Going past the hallway, over here is the storage room. This is the main hallway and the 2 bedrooms. You've explored the second bedroom, where you had found the master bed and the wardrobe that's glowing in the corner.
So we had the little snack, and now is Therkolm gonna open the wardrobe with his pew pew?
I mean, he doesn't need to use his pew pew to open a door, but if he wants
But
to,
he should have it ready. He's got it. That's
with style.
Huh?
Open it with style. Use it.
Okay.
Use it reaching shotgun style.
All right. So the
All
group.
right, I'll open the door.
That style request requires a performance roll.
You open the door, and inside there are shelves that are laid out, and behind the shelves, the back of the cabinet is glowing green. A very peculiar green. It almost like pulsates. It's like a healing light that is emanating from the closet. On each one of the shelves of the wardrobe, you find several small glass jars. In each one of the jars, please do not look at the individual creature that you are looking at in the jar, because this will just be confusing. I'm just trying to give you an idea. Inside each one of the jars is
Roll
these
an investigation.
tiny little habitats with these creatures inside.
It's a
Each
sea
one-
monkey jar.
Each one of these jars has a stopper that's on top, and possibly a ribbon with a tiny little label that identifies what is inside the jar.
so what we're seeing in the pictures is not what's actually in the jars. It's like, for example.
Correct. Yeah, I wasn't going to sit here and edit out each one of these images. I just wanted you to have a concept that the jars have labels, have stoppers, have little environments in them, and that they're glowing green. Kind of like this. This was my inspiration.
So there's not like not like if I look inside, like, oh, this one's a frog.
No, there's a creature inside. I just haven't gotten there yet.
Oh,
But
okay.
each bottle has an individual habitat for each creature.
You've got little bioactive bottles.
Correct. There is several bottles. One has a spider, one has a seahorse, one has a scorpion, one has a raven. For the sake of this campaign, I'm going to say it's like a pigeon.
Oh.
If you want it to be a raven, it can be a raven. I don't care.
At least it's not a chicken.
The key here is that it is a tiny beast. Okay?
Oh, yeah,
A
in the
tiny
bottle.
beast.
But when you open the bottle, it might not be so small.
There's a poisonous snake, there's a lizard, there's a frog, a crab, and a cat, a bat, and that's it.
That's a lot of choices.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of bottles.
I reach out and I grab the bottle with the cat.
Obviously.
Okay. What do you grab the bottle?
And I uncork it.
You uncork.
Doesn't even wait. Doesn't ask the group.
No, I love pets.
You
I
uncork
take
the
3
bottle.
steps back.
You uncork the bottle, and everybody takes a step back. And from this bottle, magical greenish gas comes pouring out, and out spills a cat.
Please. Oh, damn. I was
And-
really hoping it would turn him into a cat.
And it purrs and rubs against your feet. And then it sits
Oh.
and looks at you.
I give it a little piece of bacon that I have left over from breakfast dinner.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
perfect. Keep feeding it, and we have lunch. Pun intended, by the way. Totally perfect.
I scratch it and I say, "Do you talk, little guy?"
Its ears perk up and it looks at you as if it had heard you, but it hasn't said anything.
So.
I
feel like I want to use a roll for perception or animal handling, but I'm still in shock that he just uncorked that out of nowhere, so I'm gonna wait this out.
Okay.
I'm going to use my class ability to psychically send a message to the cat that says, "If you can understand me, blink twice."
The cat blinks back at you twice.
Okay, good boy. I give him little scratches under the chin where all the kitties like it.
Okay. Do you want to recork the bottle? Do you want to kick the cat out the window? What do you want to do?
No, I pick the cat up and I hold him very close to my body.
Okay. What is everybody else going to do?
Hold him in. I squeeze him and hold him in.
I want the raven.
Okay. Therkolm reaches out and grabs the raven. So you all know, in D&D Beyond, you can go to a section where there is an area for pets. And as you choose a pet, you can literally add the pet you want to your inventory as your pet. For the sake of this campaign, I'm not geared for having these pets be a part of active combat, because that would just screw a whole lot of things up. But these pets can be used out of combat in any way you want to be creative with. And in D&D Beyond, there are stats for your pet that can be used and what it's able to do.
I don't see it. Is it under inventory?
Yeah, what's it under?
Here, let me pull it up. So if you're looking at your individual character sheet, you hit the squares that are the 3x3 squares, and then you go all the way down to extras and creatures.
Where?
Your creatures will appear here.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm on my character sheet. Where are these squares?
They're so if you look at my camera, it's the only red thing on the screen.
I mean, I'm on.
I
PC.
want the raven.
Oh, you're on PC.
I've already picked up the raven.
Therkolm has the raven, and
I'll take the bat.
Diox has the cat.
I'll take the bat.
Okay, India, you are taking the bat.
Yep.
I'm gonna take the seahorse.
You want to take the seahorse?
Yeah.
Before you do, I literally added the seahorse in here just because I was trying to be fair. The seahorse does state in its card, can only breathe underwater.
Yeah, I'm aware of what seahorses do.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the kitchen. I'm gonna get a little cup,
So
fill
would
it up, water.
you don't need to because you have the bottle. The bottle
Okay,
that the
but
seahorse
when
is
I
in.
take it out to
You want
unlock
to have.
stuff,
Got it. Okay.
it's gonna be in a
All right.
cup.
Maybe he's going to turn into a big seahorse and you can ride him.
Yeah.
Therkolm's got Raven. Victoria's got the seahorse.
I don't know how to add my cat.
I may have to force on you. Deco, have you decided that you want a pet?
I mean, as a tinkerer, I already had some mechanical pets.
So you don't
Real
want an
creatures, not
Get
Tamagotchis.
yourself a spider so that way it can go and get you stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna
Up on
say,
the
what's
top
the
shelves.
list? What's the list?
I thought engineers tried to get rid of
Yeah,
bugs.
seahorse, scorpion, what else we got?
Seahorse, scorpion, or scorpion, rat, poisonous snake, lizard, frog, crab.
There's a spider too.
Yeah, spider.
Yeah. Hmm. I'll wait. I'll pick last.
Well,
You are last.
you are last. It's you or Slick, and Slick's not here.
Slick would definitely pick the snake.
That's what I kind of figured.
Yeah, I was leaning towards the lizard.
You want the lizard?
Mm-hmm.
I'll put the snake in my backpack for Slick later.
Okay.
Can I see the rat versus the lizard?
Make them fight. Take the winner. Pokemon.
There's on the screen.
It's survival of the fittest.
On the screen is the lizard.
Yeah.
Oh, do they actually have like abilities and stuff?
There's that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have read those.
And then
Okay, cat
the
is number
rat.
1.
there's the rat.
What is CON?
Constitution.
Ah. Man, they're all dumb. Is there a smart one?
No.
Yeah, I got
Overrated.
him. He's the cat. He is mine.
The tiny creatures are not meant to be very wowable.
Let's see. Bite. Keen smell.
So as you are looking at your bottles, each one of your bottles will have a little red ribbon and a little tag. The tag is an indication of what creature is inside the bottle. Inside the bottle is a habitat to keep the creature safe. While on the back of the tag has a little description. This is a magical bottle keeping your pet safe at all times. Uncork the bottle in order to release your pet. Recork the bottle to keep your pet safe.
Oh my god, you guys, they really are Pokemon. Yeah, Dexo, you should get the rat because my kitty's gonna get hungry eventually, so it's a perfect relationship.
I uncork my bottle and tap my shoulder, and I say, Sleipnir, the clan has missed you.
A burst of smoke comes flying out of the bottle. The smoke bursts its wings out, and out flies a beautiful black raven, circling the room and landing on your shoulder.
Do you two know each other?
Spiritually, yes.
That's so not a direct answer.
So, Deco, have you decided?
Well, yeah, if it's a Pokemon, I want the lizard so it turns into Charizard, obviously.
Okay. You've got the lizard. As you guys are grabbing your bottles, a note magically appears hanging off of one of the shelves. Dearest friend, I hope this wardrobe finds you in better health than the last we met. Here are some of my finest pets. You can keep them safe and use them as you see fit. When you have ran out, write back to me and I'll help to refill the cabinet.
Ran out?
This was, huh?
Ran out?
Ran out?
When you run out, write back to
Of
pets.
Of pets?
This wardrobe proceeds to be a gift from somebody to the druid, and she was using it for her purposes. We don't know what those are.
What does that mean?
You don't know.
Okay.
But now you all have pets.
Are we gonna run out of them?
These, you'll notice that each one of these pets do have an armor class and have like hit points, but they're not necessarily meant to be like taking serious damage unless you choose to do something stupid with your pet, and that's up to you.
Like make them battle each other?
Yes. So...
Okay, I found the pets thing under manage extras on the web.
Extras, it's under extras to manage extras.
Yeah.
Extras manage extras category pets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that on PC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what? Sorry, what was there? There's a spider, a lizard, a bat. Is it under pet or is it under beast companion?
It's under pets, but
Alright.
in pets, it's tiny beast. So you have to like
Gotcha.
scroll through and only choose ones that are tiny beasts, because there is a spider that's not a tiny beast. There's an owl that's in there, but an owl just seemed too big to fall under tiny beasts. So like make sure that it shows tiny beasts and it's from the list provided.
Got it.
Extras.
What did we have? Lizard, bat, spider. Those are the three.
So there's a spider that was available. There was a scorpion that was available. There was a rat, a poisonous snake, which we assume is for Slick, a lizard, a frog, a crab, and that's that.
I'm curious about. Okay. And the frog. Yeah, I'm good with the lizard.
Okay.
I will add him to my inventory.
So, so as you guys acquire your new pets, you'll notice that a ribbon wraps around the neck of the bottle with a hook, allowing you to attach your bottle at your hip. You now can keep your bottle at your side and have access to your pet as needed and when you want.
We are Pokemon trainers now.
So now that you each have a pet, you each need to form a bond with this pet. The pet is yours. It's known to you and it knows you. But in order to use your pet, you'll have to train with your pet. So once a day, you'll have to do an animal handling check, which is a wisdom throw, and 3 critical fails in a row will cause the pet not to trust you. But as long as you keep up with a positive animal handling check once a day, after 10 days, the pet is yours permanently, no worries. But in the meantime, you've got that 10 days to form that bond. The higher bond you have, the more connection you have with your pet. In the very beginning stages, the pet may not respond to complex requests. So like if you tell the spider to go crawl down a tunnel and make a web around a doorknob, he may not listen to you. But after forming your bond with your pet, he will.
Does feeding my cat bacon count as animal handling?
Feeding him. I mean, that's care of your animal, not necessarily handling. I mean, you're forming a relationship with him, sure, but it's a part of that wisdom throw once a day. 3 fails causes the creature to see your actions as threats and unable to become your companion. There's actually an entire, thing that's about this that I'll put in the Discord.
Pets.
In fact, that document that I just shared in the Discord has all of the pets and their stats there too, if you wanted to look at them.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so you have discovered the main bedroom with the pet wardrobe. You have yet to finish exploring the rest of the house. So what would you like to do?
Is there anything else glowing? Or, like, obviously, like, something that looks out of place or that, like, grabs attention?
There's the rocking chair and the cauldron, the side table with books and papers, and the bookshelf with papers all over the place.
What do the papers say that are next to the rocking chair?
Do you want to pick them up and look at them?
If that's what it takes to find out what they say, yes.
Okay, make a dexterity saving throw.
To pick up a paper?
Yes.
Okay. 15.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, -1, so 14.
Next to the chair, there's a side table opposite of the fireplace and the large cauldron. On the side table, there are several small pieces of paper and a book. If anyone attempts to pick up the book, there is a interdimensional portal that falls just above the book, and out of the portal comes flying a Indiana Jones style boulder at you. You, with your dexterity roll, are able to leap out of the way. The boulder smashes into the side table, scattering the books, the 2 books and the papers across the room, and then the boulder disappears.
Okay, great. I get up and I look at the papers.
You have found a leather-bound, natural papered journal. Opening it, the book appears to be blank.
Detect magic on the book.
Okay. You detect that there is some sort of illusion covering the pages.
Suppose I don't really have anything to counter that.
Can I borrow this tomorrow?
Are the papers also blank?
As you skim through the pages, every page in the book appears to be blank, except the very last one.
What does it say?
I was distracted by a floating picture, sorry. In the very far bottom corner along the bridge, you missed it, Liz. In the far bottom corner of the paper is a single sentence. A 4th realm hero. National treasure. Bronson's favorite.
Cool. And the papers?
Get here.
Oh, it's just paper. It's like loose leaf paper.
All right.
There was... Yeah. There's a hint of lemon on the paper. Like the smell of lemon.
Lemon.
Okay.
And in the bottom hand corner, 4th realm hero, national treasure.
All right. Well, can I use? Is there any like candles around?
There are.
Let me pick up the candle and kind of lightly wave around the area of the book here and try and warm these pages up a bit.
Okay. All right. So you
Without
wave.
setting them on fire.
You wave the candle in front of the edges of the paper, and very slowly there is some black lettering that's starting to appear on the pages.
What are the letters? Do they form words?
Yes.
Sentences, perhaps?
Yes. You gonna like take you're taking the time to do the whole page, the whole book. What's going? Are we just? I just assumed you were discovering.
You know.
List of bodies. When and who should I bring? That's at the very top because you've got on the top. You would do in the whole page.
Yeah, let's see what page 1 says here.
First body needed. I most certainly will have to use Kevlar. It's sad that he's going to die, but I'll do what I have to. I think Slick will be able to handle this one. Kevlar... I'm sorry, I think Therkolm will be able to handle this one. He's a great person with a great heart, and I think he will match the Kevlar the best. This will make the bond between the body and the soul easier. Kevlar came to me one night after being accused for murdering the people who tried to kill his family. He wants to help save Threads.
Okay, so this is clearly like about who we were placed in and why.
Correct.
Great. Okay, so does
It's the
anybody else want to
dossier.
know why they were put in the specific body, or do we want to just?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, keep going.
Okay.
Going to do this for a while.
I want to know why I was put into the guy with the permanent smile.
Second body. Needed prison guard. Unfortunately, through my ball, I can see that he'll die of a poisoning. I think Diox would fit this gentleman nicely. They would be a good fit. Nothing more than a local prison guard. He isn't anything special, but his personality, I have a connection with him. I think we would bond nicely. They transform their internal struggles very much the way he used to. I remember him when he was younger. He had problems. It was in this moment, Diox, that you hear a familiar voice.
I don't like that she knows this much about us.
Always overreacting. Hey, I found the body for you. It's a cat.
The journal entry continues. He came to me after the king's death and the disappearances around town. He said that there is a female warrior who has been captured and imprisoned. He wants to help set her free. Page 3. The third body needed will have to be the female fox. She is a gun for hire from another realm, brought here by the Seven Arches. It looks that her neck will be broken by the guard. Slick would fit nicely into this character, I think. They both are foxy types, and I think that the two of them would make an easy bond with their souls. Page 4. Prison guard who's not gonna die until much older, but regrettably he does not have a positive future. I think that we should kill him off. I hate to be the person to have to do this, but I think there's only one way. Page 5. The king's son. I was supposed to help him escape. Unfortunately, the goblins are going to get him before I get a chance to. This will not end well for him. India, I think, would be a great fit here. The two of them have young hearts and a positive outlook, and the son is still young enough that he hasn't seen blood on his hands yet. I think the soul and the body will pair nicely here. Page 6. I am so sorry to have to do this to her. Vittoria and I have been good friends for a long time, and she's going to be mad at me. But I think this traveler is the only person left. There isn't another person who's going to die on this day, and I really can't afford to have these hooligans running around without a cool head. She has to be here. She'll be mad, but she'll get over it.
Okay.
She's over it. She was right.
So anything else that we want to do here?
Is that the whole book?
Yes.
Wait, what about Dexo?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Awfully
Where's my
awfully suspicious. This little man was not included. Maybe he's not with us after all.
Dexo was the prison guard who had regrettably had a poor future and past.
Oh,
And-
I can see how that fits.
Next time you're making your own dinner.
Well, good, because I haven't had dinner yet, only breakfast.
Okay.
I want to check out the cauldron.
Okay.
Maybe that's where the missing children are.
So the cauldron is still warm. There is a very familiar orangey pungent smell coming from the cauldron. And you can look inside and it looks very much like the Soul Anchor Ale that you guys recently drank. Through the windows, the light is starting.
I think
Be super OP.
What?
The absolute monsters.
To drink more of the Soul
To
Anchor
drink
Ale.
more. I'm super anchored. I thought about it. It was pretty tasty.
Through the windows, the light is starting to dim. The sun is setting. It's a beautiful orange hue coming through the windows as the sun sets against the farmlands and the cottage. Just outside of the window, you suddenly hear two strange voices. I see that she has been handled with. But you assured me there was no one left in this realm who was loyal to her. Who were they at the gravesite? I don't know, my lord. I assure you. I framed the royal human. I poisoned the prison guard and ensured that the goblin killed the fox. There wasn't anyone else. These 6 I've never seen before. I assure you, though, I will deal with them. You better, or my master will be eating your brain next. And in that moment, there is a cuckoo, cuckoo, coming from a wooden clock in the room, chiming 7 p.m.
That voice sounded familiar. Was that the rat guy?
No, the rat's a little wild.
Oh, okay. Does it sound like these voices are coming into the house?
They are coming from outside the window.
Okay. Hey guys, I think I know 2 people who might have some answers to some questions, but I have a feeling they're not going to want to answer the questions. So do you want to go make them answer some questions?
What if we give them incentive to answer the questions instead?
I got lots of incentive now that I'm back in my own body. Let's do it.
What about the bacon? Bacon's pretty good incentive. Is there any left?
I think my cat ate it. I'm so sorry.
At this moment, a roaring growl emerges from behind you. Through the front door falls the lizard wizard, hunched over with 3 arrows in his back, gargling through the blood pouring out of his mouth. I brought lemons for the... And the lizard falls dead.
I would like to heal the dying.
Okay. Do you need a roll for that, or is that just a thing?
That's a touch.
Okay. You heal the the lizard.
Wizard.
Obviously, Lady or Vittoria is translating for you guys. Thank you. What happened?
You tell us. You're full of holes.
I was at the gravesite. I was coming back to meet you. I walking up the steps of the front porch when I got shot. Something hit me from behind. I didn't know what it was.
He came in the front door?
Yes.
Can I peek out the front door to see if I can see, like, who shot him? What do you want, perception?
Sure.
Uh, 20. Not a nat 20, not a nat 20.
Okay.
17, and then I have +3 to perception.
30-20. Okay. So you poke your little head out along the edge of the door frame, and as you stick your eyes just past the border, you're able to see a green goblin with an arrow running through the woods, and a flutter of bats that are flying away.
Is milk the only thing we need that we're owed now?
So.
So wait, it's a goblin and bats running away?
A goblin with a bow and arrow who's running through the woods, and a flutter of bats that are flying this way, because you're looking out the door.
Okay.
In this direction.
I'm gonna chase the goblin.
Okay. Towards the trees?
Yeah, wherever I see him running, I'm gonna chase him.
Anybody else going with Diox, or just him?
If I can, I'm gonna, like, mid-stride, like, try and get my thermos, my coffee thing, and, like, take another couple quick sips and then tuck it back in. For extra speed.
I can actually speak Goblin and do well in the woods.
Okay, so you're going with him?
Yep.
What's everybody else doing while these two are running out the door?
Wow.
Stay with Lizard Wizard because he may need some help.
Okay.
I'll stay with
Vittoria?
Cleric.
Vittoria, what are you doing?
Wait until I can. I'll stay in the doorway, watching both groups. But
Okay.
if the running away group gets out of eyesight, or then I will run as well in their direction.
So, Diox and Dexo are running in the direction of the woods and come to the cliff of a mountainside. It looks as if the goblin has ran into a wall and disappeared.
I want to... I'll feel the wall where it looks like he ran and see if it's a wall or if it's just.
You reach out and touch the wall, and your hand disappears into the wall.
All right, we're continuing the chase like we're on cops. I'm gonna go for it.
As you run in, you disappear into the wall,
Ah, shit, I was
leaving sight. Vittoria, at this point, they have lost your line of sight.
Well, I guess I'm following them.
Okay.
Is how far away am I from the goblin at this point?
Well, you ran into a cave. It's a dark cave, and you do not see the goblin.
Ah, okay. I do have dark vision, so I can see in the dark.
Okay, so through your vision, you're able to tell that this is a very damp and musky cave. You also have this like sense that there is something in your face, and like you can feel that there are webs around you.
Uh-oh. Do I see any like indication of where the goblin may have gone?
No.
So it looks like there's like a tent or something to our left.
Okay. As you move deeper into the cave, you hear
Is that like a goblin noise or like a not a goblin noise?
not a goblin noise.
Sounds like the rat man.
You all hate Maddox so much.
He's I don't know. Yeah, we don't like him. He's not likable. He's a rat that's like ratty.
You have a high enough perception, Dexo, and because of your animal handling, you can sense that there is something crawling above your head.
Oh.
And you look up and you see a giant spider.
Rude.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Should have gone with the little spider.
The
Maybe they make
spider hooks its web to the ceiling and lowers itself down, getting in front of you. You all that are in the cave need to roll for an initiative.
I already rolled while you described that. 9.
What if you're in the bags?
What's the... Can I roll animal handling, or do I have to roll initiative?
You're rolling initiative. And I need to queue up.
Can you try that?
Stab your thumb in its eye. Poke your thumb in its eye.
17 initiative.
I don't have that many fingers.
Can you hear me? Maybe.
You don't have 8 fingers?
Hello?
Oh, what? What do you want, small man? Roll initiative.
I did! 17!
Oh.
I have an overall 14.
14. What was yours, Diox?
17.
9 for me.
And collections, encounters, first encounter. Fire spider.
Fire spider?
I'm getting there.
Can't kill it with fire. That's out of the question.
As the spider moves in closer, an overwhelming sense of warmth and heat come flowing off this spider. You can see that the room glows a little bit as you get closer to the spider, and he is looking at you like you're hungry.
Like I'm hungry?
Like he is hungry. Therkolm
Okay.
in India, what are you guys doing?
I'm still with the wizard, checking on him, seeing what's he. I don't see any of this, as far as I can tell.
Correct.
Okay, great. I'm with the
All right.
wizard.
I'm gonna let my cat out and tell him to go get the others.
Okay. Roll your animal handling wisdom check. Because this is your first attempt at talking to your animal.
Oh boy, I don't know
For an
about
action.
animals. 7.
It's not a failure, and I'm pretty sure that the base is 5.
I gave him bacon. Can I roll with advantage for the bacon?
The bacon. I'll allow the cat to run back to the house.
Okay.
So the cat comes bursting through the front door and leaps at Therkolm.
Fuck cat.
Something's wrong. What's going on?
What is it, cat? This cat isn't helpful.
No.
Hey, Jojo, yes, we are still dungeoning. Half of our party just encountered a fire spider, and my pet is not being helpful. It's no Lassie.
The cat is meowing at you.
Alright. I'm gonna follow this cat. Seems like it wants something.
India, you going to follow as well?
Yeah.
Wizard, you stay here and rest. You have some recovery to do. Alright.
Everyone is in the room. Therkolm and India, go ahead and roll your initiatives.
Hold on, I'm gonna use my initiative to grab a beverage.
Therkolm is 13. And India, there we go. It's 12. I need to remove NickYeti. Okay. So, Dexo, you are up first. The spider came down from the ceiling, standing there, very foreboding, looking very hungry, and is making his way directly at the party.
All right. I mean, I've got a sword and a hammer. I go right for both of those, one in each hand.
Okay.
Is it dead?
No, I'm pretty short, but I do go for its legs.
Okay,
I can slow it down a little.
You take a swing, so you need to roll for your regular attack.
I mean,
It's a 20.
What am I? It's just like, do I add anything to it?
You had a 12.
Yeah, the roll is a 12.
What's your attack?
My hammer is +3. The short sword is +3. So it's 15. Whatever I do.
Okay, I'm pulling up the D&D Beyond says I haven't purchased the pack that gives me the spider, so I need to pull up its class. Okay, so what did you roll?
15. 12 +3.
Okay, so you just hit. So go ahead and roll for damage.
Okay.
So you have a sword, so it's probably like a 1d6, I think.
Oh, you are correct. Okay. There it is. 1. Oh, it's a 1d6 plus 1, so it is 2.
It's a 2. Okay. There's the music. I was like, where did it go? Okay. So you caused 2 points of damage by swinging your sword.
Can you turn the music down a little bit?
Yeah, pretty much.
Better?
Yes.
A little more.
Oh, a little more? Okay. Alright, so you caused 2 points of damage.
I try to contain laughing, but I like audibly giggle.
Okay. Vittoria, you are up next. With Therkolm on deck.
Okay. So
Turn down the music a lot bit more. There we go.
I have the gonna use the javelin.
Okay. So it's a ranged attack.
Yes. So it's a d6 plus 1,
Okay.
and I got a 6.
So you got a 7.
7.
Okay. So the
Well, that's damage. Do you need me to do a hit roll first?
yes. Sorry, yeah.
Sorry. Where's the... So that's a 15 total.
Okay, so 15 hits, and 15 hits, and you did 7. And Dexo, you did 2, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. All right. Therkolm, you're up.
I would like to.
So just so that everybody knows, you have an action move, an attack move, and a bonus action move if your character has a bonus action. So you can also move throughout this chamber if you want.
Have an action and a attack.
Well, you have it's a move a motion and an attack motion, and then if you have a bonus action, you can use your bonus action.
Okay. Well, I would like to bless Dexo, Diox, and India.
Oh, okay. What's your bless do?
That gives them 1d4 added to their attack rolls.
Okay. So
I will totally take that.
if you
Couldn't have done it sooner.
you have the ability to tell and describe how your spells or your stuff work. So like, how do you want to, like, I love you all, or whatever you want to say or do as you're casting.
So as I cast, I, just move my hand in a general circle around the three, and then I do a final push motion towards them. And I said, give them their worst. And they kind of looked at me like I was strange, because they didn't feel anything different. But I'm sure they will when they roll.
Okay.
They'll understand shortly and be confused.
Okay. So that was your action.
Yes.
Okay. India, you're up next.
Okay. I'm gonna throw out 2 unarmed strikes.
2 unarmed strikes. Okay. Go ahead and give me your attack roll.
What is that? I love it.
What? Is that the lizard wizard?
Yeah.
Yes! I would have been much more upset at him being killed if I knew how gosh darn cute he was.
6. Come on, roll.
What are you doing to him?
I'm removing his background. I forgot to add him into my list of NPCs.
Probably because you expected him to stay
Jason,
dead.
Undo all
Yes.
of those changes, and then change your tolerance before you select the weight
First
region.
one is a 13, which is a miss.
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea. 13 is a miss.
And the second one is a miss.
Okay.
Even with an extra D4?
On my
That-
attack damage or my attack roll?
On your attack roll.
Oh, plus a D4.
Yep.
So so the 13 plus a die for 16, so that one hit. And a 15 on the second one.
Okay, so they both hit. As you go ahead to make your swing and attacking, 2 more spiders come out from the back corner egg sacs over here. Smaller baby spiders, but spiders nonetheless.
First one was 8 damage, second strike was 6. 14 damage total.
Okay.
How damaged is this spider looking? Is it looking like it's
Right
like
now-
doesn't give a shit, or is it like kind of like hurt?
I mean, right now he's just taking it.
Fuck.
And Diox, that's you. You're up next.
All right, so we got Mama Spider in the middle, and then we got 2 little cute babylings.
2 little baby spiders, yeah. They are just regular spiders. They don't look like they're fire spiders, but they're
But they're still
babies.
coming. We're still gonna have to squish them, right?
Yes.
All right.
They came to the party late, and they are coming as a reaction to Mommy being attacked. So they have the last on the initiative.
All right. I'm gonna crack my neck, kind of like stretch a little bit. I'm gonna take a step forward so that all 3 of these little lovelies are within 10 feet of me. So I don't
Okay.
know how close I need to get. And I am
You
gonna
want to move closer.
yes, as close as I have to get, so that they're all within 10 feet of me. I want to stay
Okay.
far. I want to stay far away, but I want to get as close as I need to be so that they're 10 feet.
Okay.
They're all 10 feet. And I am going to cast Arms of Hadar, which is, I invoke the power of Hadar, the Dark Hunger. Tendrils of dark energy erupt from me and batter all creatures within 10 feet. Each creature in the area must make a strength saving throw. And the DC on the saving throw is 13.
All three.
All three.
And if they fail the strength saving throw, then what?
I roll 2d6 necrotic damage, and if they save the throw, I still roll, and they take half that damage.
Okay, so let me just check their damage resistance first. Necrotic is not on here, so 12 for the 1, so that's a miss or a fail. 20, that one definitely survived. And a 6. I'm going to say that the 20 was one of the tiny ones. First roll was for the big one. So you've got the big one that took what necrotic damage?
I have to roll 4 damage.
Okay.
It's going to be 7. It's a 6 and a 1, so 7.
Okay. And that 7's applied to the 2 that took the hit, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the one that rolled successfully takes half that, and then the other 2 take 7.
All right, so the fire spider takes half that, so it would be 3.
And I do this by, extend my hand out, and, a purple circle forms in my hand, and then all of a sudden these tentacles just come out and go and just start, slapping all around the room, and then they suck back into my hand.
So the one spider straight out, just dies instantly upon hit. The spider that took the least amount of damage is severely injured, and Mommy Spider is now pissed off.
Okay, can I take a bonus action to move back?
Okay. You're gonna use your bonus action to back up.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta remember to change my layer.
Not into a corner, more towards the group.
Okay.
Back away from those maternal instincts.
So the tiny spider is up next, or the not the tiny spider, the ice spider. In this case, the fire spider. So, India, you were the one who did the first attack at him, causing actual damage, right? And you're the
injury to it, yes.
Yes. So he is going to. The spider makes 2 attacks with 1 bite. Can move across and climb down. Okay. He is going to try and do a bite attack on you, and I can't roll without falling off the table. Okay, it's a 7, so I assume it misses you because you're.
Yeah, you need a 15.
Yeah, you're pretty high. So it goes to take a bite, so lunges, but just misses as you're out of its range. The baby spider, who is there, who took a severe amount of damage from Diox, is going to move forward and try to take an attack on Diox. I need to not fall all of my dice out. And it lands a natural 20.
Oh.
It goes and takes its first. It goes and takes.
So wait, is that the attack roll to get past my armor class, or is that
Correct.
damage? Okay.
Correct. It's this little guy. So, oh jeez. So he moved up and went to do a bite attack. So when his attack broke through your armor, and it only did. It only did 3 points of damage.
Okay. I mean, I only have 10 health, so.
You got a cleric. So. Now whose turn?
I'm waiting for this thing. Okay. Here, we're back at the top. Dexo, it's up to you.
Alrighty then. I'm gonna try and calm these suckers down and force them into a corner. Can I use my animal handling?
Go ahead if you want to. Do you have? So there is a move, an attack that's meant to calm animals, and then you're just trying to. Are you just trying to use animal handling to attempt to calm them?
I don't have any special attacks, so yeah. I was trying to group them together for another one of Diox's attacks.
So you want to use yourself as bait to lure them into a location?
Pretty much. I'm using animal handling.
Roll your animal handling.
Uh-oh. 5.
Okay, you try to get their attention to move them into a single location, but they are too angry with the fact that they've been attacked, so they don't care.
Okay.
I'm going to count that as your action move, not your attack move, because you didn't actually make an attack, so if you still want to do something, you can.
Yeah, I'll go for another swing of the sword. Why not?
Okay, who are you going to go for?
The big spider. Take out another leg.
Okay, so go ahead and roll for an attack.
17.
That hits.
Yep. And then I roll a d6. 2.
All right. You take your roll towards the spiders, trying to lure the little one closer. He does not seem to care and does not want to get closer to Mommy. He is still focused on trying to attack Diox. So instead, you turn and you make your swing at the spider's legs, landing a solid hit, only dealing a minimal amount of damage, but you've attacked the spider on its leg.
So my bonus action is actually 2-weapon fighting. So can I take a swing with my hammer?
Can I have a second swing then? Yes.
Okay. So do I just roll another d6, or do I need to
Yes,
do the d20
you roll
again?
another d6.
Alright, cool. Another 2 damage. I'm consistent.
Okay.
Whittle them away.
Because it should be your hammer damage plus your strength modifier.
Right. My strength modifier is only +1.
So yeah, add +1 to each of the damage totals.
Right. And I keep rolling 1s.
Ah.
So that's why it's been 2 every time. Okay. So, I mean, the hammer does... It's a 1d4 plus 1 for the hammer, and then a 1d6 plus 1 for the sword. So you're saying it should be 3 for the sword, and then 2 for the... or 3 for the hammer? I don't know. I've rolled 1s, and then it's 1 plus 1 plus...
Yeah, so you should be rolling a 1d4 for the hammer and a 1d6 for the sword.
Right,
because
which
you're
I've been
rolling
doing.
separately.
Right.
If you're using the D&D Beyond app, go into the actions subheading.
Okay.
And under where it shows your hammer, you can hit the button there, and it'll actually roll out the damage plus your bonus.
So I rolled a hit / DC or the damage?
The damage.
Okay. Yeah, so it's the roll plus 1, which is what I've been doing, with that roll. But yeah, and then so it doesn't include the strength, or you're saying that's included in the damage roll?
Well, when you do it that way, it is included in the damage roll.
Okay, so I've been given correct numbers. I've gotten 2 every time.
Okay.
Yeah, I just apparently suck at this.
He's just a little guy chipping away.
I'm good bait. I tried.
All right,
You do smell like bacon from earlier.
So, Vittoria, you're up next.
Okay. I'm gonna use the javelin again.
Okay.
Or
Are you moving any further away or closer? Or are you staying right where you are?
staying where I was before.
Okay.
I 2 hit. I rolled a 4.
For your attack?
No, for the hit, like not the damage.
2 hit.
Oh,
So
okay.
roll another die 4 and add that on.
Yeah, because you have a bonus because of
Blessed.
Oh no, I do not have a
I
I do
didn't
not have a
bless her.
bonus.
I can only bless 3, so I
Oh.
blessed 3.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so
Yeah,
you didn't.
I did not obtain
the
that.
4th, so I couldn't.
But I
So
do
you're-
have a bonus action that I could
What's your
try
bonus
again.
action for?
for 2-weapon fighting.
Oh, okay. So then, yeah, you've got another chance at an attack.
So I will try the same exact attack again. And it is another 4.
Okay.
You're consistent, at least.
Yep. Why isn't it looping? It just refuses to loop.
Spiders?
The audio track.
Yeah. I just have to keep hitting the button, I guess. It's, for whatever reason, it's not looping. Okay. So you go for an attack with your javelin from a distance, and you throw. Unfortunately, it swings directly towards the spider, but it ricochets off. It doesn't get an actual chance to hit. You go for a second attack, same thing, and the thick lava-esque armored plating around the outside of this spider is too thick, and you're not able to break through. Therkolm, you're up next.
Well, I go ahead and I draw my pistol this time. And then
You draw what now?
my pistol.
Okay.
And with a nice modified isosceles stance, take aim directly between all 8 of the eyes. And that's a 13 that I've rolled, so that's a 14.
You have a +1, it's a 14.
Plus the
Yep.
yeah.
So you don't get the blessed modification on yourself as well, do you?
No, I did not.
Okay. So 14 doesn't hit. We need a 15 to break through, so your shot ricochets off its head. India, you're up.
Yeah, same thing again.
Two-handed strike,
Yeah, 2 unarmed strikes.
and you're going towards the large one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just waiting to hit. Oh, there it is.
11 plus a die 4.
So that's 15. So that's a hit.
14. Yeah.
It showed 11 on my end, plus 4 for the blessed.
Yep.
So that would
And
be
I
a
got
15.
a 24 on my second. Plus the die 4.
24 damage.
Ooh, no, to hit.
Okay, so it hits. Okay.
Okay. 6 damage.
Okay, so you and your monkness with your spare hand, wah, 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 make an attack on a spider. Apparently it keeps hitting and doing damage. You've knocked him back and he's mad.
Good.
He's now very mad, and he is visibly hurt and not happy about it. Diox, you're up, and you've got yourself backed up here.
Okay, hold on. Let me. Where? Okay, I'm far away. Okay, I am going to use Eldritch Blast on the big guy.
Okay. So you want to move in closer, so this way you're not in front of the little one?
This is like a shooty spell, so if I have to move over to the side I can, but it's not like the 10 it's not like the 10-foot. It's got 120
range. Does it attack multiple targets in its path or no?
No, it's just the one.
Okay. All right.
Alright, I am rolling Nat 20
Plus the modifier.
plus 5, so 25 to hit.
You definitely hit. What's your damage?
My damage is 7 again.
Okay, so you sidestep the little spider, reach out your arms, and like Iron Man blast.
Oh my god,
Directly
that
at-
was 2 D10 because I critted.
Yes. when
But
you
I
do a
rolled
20
terrible on both, so I only did 7.
Yeah. Yeah, so when you land a nat 20 on an attack, your damage doubles.
That could have been 20 damage. 7. Oh. I kind of do the blast, and then I like sort of look at my hand, like I'm confused about why it wasn't more damage.
Okay.
And I like sort of like,
So the tiny little spider is up next. He is hurt and not doing very
oh wait,
well.
hold on. I think I might have the same bonus
Bonus
action. Is that under actions?
It would be under one of your. It would be
Bonus action, actions in combat, 2 weapon fighting.
so. Did that require an actual weapon, or can you use that towards a spell? I don't think you can use it towards a spell.
No, I wouldn't think so. So can I use... I have 2 daggers, and I have a
Okay.
sickle.
Okay, so you can use your bonus action using one of your weapons.
Okay. I'll use the dagger on the little spider.
Okay. Roll for attack.
Another nat 20.
Okay,
You can see it. You can see it.
yeah, to hit. That's 20 to hit. Okay, so what's your damage?
Damn.
My damage is 6.
Okay,
Times 2.
you're-
No, it's 3. It's 3 plus 1. I don't
And
know.
that-
it's
And that
calculating
20
for
is an
me.
auto crit, which is double damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hit roll and it rolled twice, and it's still only
oh,
6.
So D&D Beyond's automatically doing it for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're killing this baby spider. How do you want to do it?
I want to take the knife and I want to throw it up into the air and I want to catch it and just like smoothly like throw it and just like psh.
With as high as a roll as you've gotten, you'll get that.
And then can I have my cat like run and fetch the dagger and bring it back to me?
Fine.
On a 20, I can do that.
You need to roll animal handling, and if you get less than a 10, he's bringing the dead spider back to you.
Okay, I'll make that roll. Animal handling 4.
You got a dead spider.
You gloriously kill this spider with ease and finesse. The dagger stabs directly into its center thorax, and the spider just falls limp. And you're like, "Cat, go!" And Cat grabs
Bonus
the spider
point.
by the leg and drags it back to your feet.
Bonus points to our DM for calling it a thorax. I'm impressed.
I pat the cat on the head. I go, "We're gonna work on that. We're gonna work on that."
All right, and
Bring you to the dagger.
Is the dagger technically because the dagger's in the spider.
that's true. All right, so with him dead, the fire spider is up next. The fire spider is definitely going to be mad at Diox for killing its kid.
Kids, I killed the first one too.
And it has rolled a 17. What's your Diox? You
My
have 13. So it
13,
hits.
yeah.
All right, it's going to attempt to take a bite attack. Well, no, it will take a bite attack on you. One target, 1d8. 1d8. That's not a d8. That's a D8. Okay. 6 plus 6 plus 3, because it has a plus 3 modifier on it. So
9 damage.
9 damage?
it's a giant fire spider. Yes.
Okay, well I'm dead. I'm down.
So you hit. You take damage and you fall to your knee. So the spider angrily is pissed off that you have killed its 2 kids, lunges forward and uses its bite attack right on you, causing you so much damage that you have hit the ground. So
Blah!
we are now back up to the top with Dexo.
You know what I'm thinking right now? I've not had a lot of success doing damage to this spider. I'm looking around. I'm gonna roll perception or something and look around to see where that gnome went that we chased into this cave.
Oh, the goblin.
The goblin? Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I want to start hunting down for the goblin again. What do I need to roll?
Roll a investigation check.
Investigation. Okay. Oh, I can just click on investigation, huh? There we go. 15.
Okay. Because the spider distracted you all and you weren't aware, but now that you take the time to breathe and actually look around, you have noticed that below the spider is the bow, and the spider has a foot hanging off the side of one of its mouth. The spider has eaten the goblin.
No.
Alright. Well, that answers that question. So that's my action. I guess I should still try and attack.
If that's what you want to do, yeah.
I'm gonna go for broke here, and I want to try and steal the bow.
Oh, okay.
Acrobatics?
Yeah, you're going to be trying to dodge and get past the spider to grab the bow that is beneath it.
Okay. What did I get? 8.
You got an 8. The spider is actually pretty badly damaged. So it wants to swing at you. And it rolled a 3 trying to, but it is not able to get a hold of you. So you're able to get underneath the spider and get your hands on the bow. So you are now positioned underneath the bow, or underneath the spider with the bow in hand.
With
Okay.
no arrows.
Well, I'm gonna actually take my short sword and shoot the bow into its thorax from underneath the spider.
You are an
Okay.
engineer.
Yeah. So how do I roll this?
Roll.
So I
I'll
should
let
get
you
the
do a
bo-
normal roll, but you're going to roll your damage at a disadvantage. So you're
Okay.
going to roll your attack at a disadvantage.
Well, should I get the bow? Is that a damage bonus or anything?
Well, first see if you hit anything.
All right. I mean, I've been pretty good on those.
I wish I was alive to see this.
Oh wait, how do I? Okay, there we go. 1. Nope.
With all the effort that you've exerted trying to get underneath, you went to go get yourself lined up to do what could have been a pretty cool shot, but it just falls off to the side and you let go of the string and whoa, does nothing.
I really wish I was alive to see that.
All right, Vittoria, you're up.
Okay. So I'm
Therkolm,
gonna
you're
try. Oh, sorry.
I was just Therkolm is after you.
Oh. I'm gonna try and use a longbow.
Okay, you do have that on your inventory. Go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, and I got an 8 to hit. So
8 to hit. So you pull out your bow and you let go, and it flies, and you just not at the right angle from where you were, and it grazed off the side of the armor, stone, fire, lava plating of the spider.
I will try once more to do the same thing.
With your bonus action, okay.
Yes. And I got a 17 to hit.
That hits.
For damage, I have a 7.
Okay, so... Alright, so you make your Poe, you fire, it ricochets off. With determination, you take another breath, and you pull back, and you fire again. It flies straight in, and causing direct damage to the side of the spider. It is down to single digits. Therkolm, you're up
Time
next.
for our healer to be a healer.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do it.
The weird things that those two
I mean,
are
it's kind of an absolute waste, but sure. I'll use Spare the Dying here.
Okay. Is there anything you need to do for that? Like direct contact or whatever?
I need to touch him.
Okay, so you're going to move across the room to get close to him so that you can
Garfield's
heal.
wish.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I've never heard him speak.
Moved. I will touch the living creature with 0 health points and restore him to
Because, like, they're best friends.
become stable.
You hear that? We're best friends now.
Jamie Dorian and Andrew Garfield are best friends. Sorry if I ran into those two on my trip, I'd probably, like, faint.
Andrew Garfield is now part of the stream.
Oh my god, that's my cat's new name.
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield, both after the actor and the cartoon cat.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, Therkolm, you are Spare the Dying on Diox.
Huh?
Yep.
What does that give me? Does that negate my death saving rolls, or does that give me HP to work with?
You've been restored to stable, whatever that means to, I suppose, to Jason.
That's
I think that's you're out of unconsciousness, and you're now to like 1 hit point, I think.
okay.
And do you have a bonus action that you're using?
No, I don't have bonus action.
Okay. All right. So, India, you're up.
Here comes my last 2 swings that I'm going to try and get in. So, die 6. 11 plus a d4.
So that's a 15.
Okay. And the second swing is a 18 plus d4, so 22.
So you hit.
Hit on both.
Hit on
Damage
one.
roll. Damage roll of 8.
What do you want? How do you want to do this? You are delivering the killing blow to this spider.
Man.
Come in with like flying whirlwind kick. Miss the first one, and then come in with like a super punch right in the thorax. Burst the spider in half.
Right in the thorax. That poor thorax taking a lot of damage tonight.
Yeah. All right. So you deliver the final killing blow.
As Diox is still sitting in front of the spider, getting splattered with guts.
I'm yelling at India. I had him. I had him. He was mine. I was going for the hat trick of killing spiders.
So the spider falls, collapses, losing all of its strength, and just lays there. A heap of breath blows out. The spider body cools and hardens, and no longer is there a glow in the room providing lights to what's going on, and the room becomes dark, still, and silent. As the spider begins to cool, its body crumbles and turns to ash, falling down, leaving behind a glowing string with 2 loops on either end.
No partially digested goblin.
burned up to ash.
I guess I, on the floor, will go, oh, glowing, and I grab the thread to like look and see what it is.
It appears to be a bowstring, but it is hot to the touch.
I throw it at Dexo.
I do go to catch it, seeing as how I just picked up a new bow.
Okay.
You got yourself a molten bowstring now.
Yes.
Yeah, yep, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I can equip the bow with that. How does this work?
Out of combat, you can crafting or tinkering in order to apply it to the bow.
Okay.
And we'll have to like add that to your inventory so that you have a bow with fire on it.
Cool.
Ooh, it's now it's like a Minecraft buff. You have flame 1 on your bow.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
When we killed the spider, did it go?
What's the extra hit bonus? Or damage bonus?
It's popped like a giant zit all over you, Diox.
I think it's a either a +1 or +2 of added fire damage to whatever your normal attack is. I have to look it up.
All right.
So with that, the spider is dead. The room is dark. The cave is still. You have acquired your fire bowstring. Lizard guy is back at the house, presumably healing, and the encounter for this moment inside the spider cave is over.
Oh, it was a spider cave. If I knew that, I would not have chased him inside.
There's nothing else in this cave?
Have to look.
I'll go ahead and pat Diox on the head using healing hands and give him an extra HP.
Okay.
1 extra HP?
1. That's what you get. What you deserve.
I say thanks, buddy.
So Dexo is up to 2 health points. Are we rolling for perception in here? Or investigation or whatever?
Wait,
Sure.
Dexo or Diox? Because I thought I was fine.
Diox.
No, me. I'm all
okay.
Yeah,
hurt
Therkolm.
and covered in spider guts.
And Victoria, you're rolling for your inspection or
I can
investigation.
burn those guts off you with this molten bowstring.
Sure.
I'm going to take 10 on my perception, which is a passive of 11. So it gives me an additional 10. So it's essentially, you're taking 10 rounds to do a search. You can take 10 or take 20 in certain situations where there's no danger present.
Mm-hmm. So what is
Take
your...
10 and- So I think it would be a 21 on my perception.
You're going to do a 21, and Vittoria, you're also rolling.
Yeah, I can roll. So you're rolling a 10 then, and a D10 instead of a D20? Is that what you're saying?
No, it adds 10 to your perception, your passive perception
so
roll.
it
Yeah,
adds whatever you have to your
Yeah,
roll.
that adds
Alright,
10 to it.
got it. Okay.
Oh, is that what the inspiration for the spider
The
was?
spider. The spider.
If you, yeah, like if Vittoria, if you took 10, you'd have a 22.
Right. Okay, so I rolled a 12. So
Okay. 22, and you got a 21. Okay.
Yeah.
So throughout this cave, you're able to find that there are some pickaxes and mining equipment, some lanterns. This clearly was an old miner's cave, that was starting to be built when they must have stumbled across the spider, and all of their equipment was left abandoned behind. You can see that there are some burnt ashes of some bodies of other people who have wandered into this cave. It feels, based off of the way some of the wood is laid out, that they tried to capture and hold the spider in, but it clearly didn't work, and those who were in here prior passed away. Besides that, besides the mining equipment and the lanterns and stuff, there's nothing else found.
We should go back and check on the lizard.
It's probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I mean, Diox needs some healing while we're up there. He's at 2 health right now.
I'm fine. I'm good, but I would appreciate healing.
Throw him a slab of bacon. He'll be good.
Yes, put bacon on my wounds.
Bacon and beer.
It's like we've known each other for so long.
He'll be fine.
So I copied the properties of another like fire longsword. They didn't have a bow, and it's a 2d6 fire damage to any target it hits.
Wow.
Okay.
That's not bad. You're welcome.
That's what all of the fire weapons were. So I feel like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think that they had. I thought they would have had a fire bow in there, but. All right, so you guys leave the cave, make it back to the camp, or make it back to the cottage, excuse me, and walk in to find the lizard wizard laying on the ground. What are we doing?
Check for signs of life.
Okay.
See if the lizard wizard is dead or not.
A medicine check?
Medicine check?
It's a wisdom check.
Just see if he's alive?
Yeah.
Poke him with...
Signs of life.
Push him with your foot a little bit.
11.
Okay. I have it written down that if it was a 10 or under, you weren't going to be able to tell, so I'm just going with it.
Oh my gosh.
He's a lizard. He's got a weird pulse.
Yeah, exactly. He's
Can
not
you
a normal...
detect it or not?
So, he is alive. His heart rate is extremely low. He is labored breathing. Was healed to the point that he was alive and not unconscious, but it's not like he's in full health. He's just there.
Okay.
He's surviving.
So he's just unconscious.
He's labored.
Yes. Diox needs some healing, and the lizard wizard needs more healing.
Yes.
Well, I need to rest before I can keep doing all this healing.
Okay, so what are we doing?
One of them.
Good night.
I'm gonna take the coffee out of my bag, pour it into my mouth, and try and take a power nap.
Yeah,
At
might
this
be a
point, it's past 8 o'clock, if not later. The sun has gone down. It is dark. You
We
guys
can spend the night here.
I'm ready for
Yeah.
choose to spend the night here or choose to go back to the tavern. It's up to you.
No, gonna spend the night here.
I'm ready for
Okay.
sleepy time.
I'll draft up some more water so that everybody can, maybe that does something for somebody. But everybody can have a night side drink.
I give my cat some water.
All right, so we are going to take a long rest, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so you all shuffle into the cottage, make some pillows and blankets put together. People decide which bed people are going to be sleeping in. There's obviously no cost for the night because the owner is dead.
She was our friend. She would never charge us to use her Airbnb.
The pillows are made, the blankets are laid, the hearth is cooking. You guys are warm for the night. Is there anything that you guys want to discuss before you finally lay down?
Shouldn't have gone in that cave.
I would like to look as I'm like hurt and looking at the ceiling. I say to myself, but really to someone else, you should totally just occupy the cat. I think that would be really cool. And then I fall asleep.
Okay. Anybody else have anything to say?
Nope.
All right. So you guys
I'm
all...
going to take first shift, so I'll stay up in the living room.
Okay. So you want to... Okay. I'm going to have a watch out. All right.
Yep.
So how does the group feel here? Do we want to cut this short or cut this off at this point?
Yeah, I have to take a long rest IRL.
Yeah.
All right, so we all gather our supplies, get yourselves into bed, find yourselves a comfy spot within the 2-room cottage, and you all take a good night's rest. And we will come back to this in the morning.
Yes. Yay! Round of applause for our DM. He's great. He didn't try to kill me. He did kill me in our second play.
He put you down on your knees.
I kind of earned it. I killed 2 of the babies.
I kept on pissing off Mama.
All right, everybody. We will end the stream here. Let us know in the comments if you want to see more threads between our normal streams. Thanks everybody for coming and being part of our fun D&D stream. I think we should definitely keep doing this, like, for us, and we'll see if the episode 3 of the Threads Between will be a public spectacle or not. So thanks everybody, have a good night, and